So you make your way back to Axide, to the Axe Bit. When you return, you find Reganis Cantor, your contact there, once again in Axe Bit. But she is arguing with a gnome dressed in a suit, with his finely polished shoes at odds with the packed ground and mud beneath them of the camp. She also has a very stately looking gentleman behind her who is just kind of listening to the argument. He doesn't seem to be getting involved, but he's clearly standing on Reganis's side. And he is human. He's one of the few non-orcs in the area. And as you approach, Reganis is saying, but our policy specifically covers animal attacks. I don't understand why this wouldn't be covered. And the gnome says, the policy is clear. The workers on your policy are covered in town or at a job site. This little third-party camp of yours is neither of those and therefore not covered by the policy. Let's see. Reganis rolls her eyes. Just behind her stands a broad-shouldered human with a head of wiry white hair, his fists on his hips. He is apparently displeased, but also seems to keep his voice calm. And he finally, as you approach, chimes in and says, you know well, there is not enough space in the town for these folk. Is there no provision we can invoke before needing to take this to court? Courts always rule in favor of the clients in these matters. And the gnome shakes his head vehemently. Abjuration Associates policies have been consistently applied ever since, and the human growls and cuts him off. I was there when your company was chartered. It was led by good folk, and I know it still employs good folk. The gnome shrugs uncomfortably. Abjuration Associates is always happy to collect feedback from our stakeholders. I will relay your request, but were it me, I would beseech a cleric. And the gnome turns and heads out back toward the gate that leads back into Maravan. The human places a comforting hand on Reganis's shoulder. Don't worry, my friend. We'll figure this out. And he finally turns to you. I'm sure we'll all get through this together. And these must be the fine adventurers you hired. I hope you lot were successful.
From a certain point
my character
of view.
would probably know. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't think the bunyips will be bothersome, but we don't know why they were bothersome is the problem.
Do tell.
They were agitated.
Agitated, that's a good word.
Agitated like the spell agitate? Or something
Lowercase agitated. Unitalicized agitated.
Italicized agitate.
They were branded by that doomsayer that wandered the town, talking about dragon gods coming
The
someday.
damper sand. Somebody's invoking the damper sand dragons.
Oh, yes, I remember the legends of the Damper Sand Dragons. I went on a mission once to try to investigate some Damper Sand ruins. But enough about my story time. Tell me more. How did you discover this? What did you do? Anyway, we don't have to roleplay out you.
Parlay.
Yeah. You don't have to roleplay out telling everything that you just did, but you can tell that this guy is like super interested in everything that you have to say. And you're from the area. You would recognize him. This is Owaster the Jolly. He is a prominent member of the Maravan Town Council, and he is the primary supporter for making Axide an official town district. He's been the one to come in, welcome people, make sure they have supplies, etc. And he is a well-known adventurer in his own right, but he is just fascinated by the story that you tell about these bunyips. And so let's see. He has to leave soon. He listens to your story and he says, "Oh, I'm due back to town hall. But before I leave, I want to suggest that the town council can contribute funds to extend your stay and your work here if you're willing to help out around Axide. We can get you some compensation for helping this recovery effort. In fact, I'm sure Reganis here has some places that you can work. You just whatever you charge, you send the bill to me. All right."
Yes, of course.
Many thanks.
Happy to help.
Okay.
I'll ask before you go, I couldn't help but notice some trouble with the Abjuration Associates. I have something of a history with them.
Oh, we've all got history with them. I had abjuration policies for decades, and they've just now they've started rewriting policy, and they say they want feedback, but do they really want feedback? It's just it's a difficult time to be here.
Yes.
We'll get through it together. We always will, even if we have to write a policy of our own.
Yes, good luck with that. In my experience, Abjuration Associates have more lawyers than a kobold colony has traps.
Oh.
That's a good one. I'm going to use that one. All right. So he will step off to return to town hall. Reganis is, of course, delighted to hear about the bunyips being dealt with. They do have some needs here in town. At this point, we would move into a little bit of role play downtime stuff. For the sake of time on the recording, I think we'll just ask everybody, how does your character contribute, and then we'll move on to the third act, if that sounds fine.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool. So how does everybody contribute, and what skill check would you like to use to signify how you help?
And Bomba's going to treat the wounded. If there are people that are still injured from that,
Oh, absolutely.
as we talked about in that first conversation, he's going to make himself available for that.
Oh, absolutely.
And so he'll use medicine, and we'll go with medicine for now. He's got spells if needed.
Okay, you go ahead and make a medicine check. Somebody else.
Okay, I shall do that.
Can I hang around and make sure that when he heals the wounded, he heals them in a way that their scars are still prominent and impressive? You know?
That sounds great. Let's call that. Do you want to do medicine or crafting for that?
Can I do society because it's like cultural?
Okay, yeah. No, that sounds great. Being an orc, yeah.
Actually,
great.
I also have orc lore, which I didn't add. So can I do orc lore?
Oh, yeah, do orc lore. And I will mention one of the items we have in the book are scar tattoos. So we have magical tattoos. These are scar tattoos you can only get if you have a specific injury. So there's one you can only get if you are dropped unconscious by a critical hit at first level.
Oh, that's so
you
cool.
get a scar that helps you when you are dropped by a critical hit. There's another one for if you get swallowed whole. This seems to happen a lot.
That's amazing.
Lots of fun stuff there.
My game this morning could have used that.
Let's just insert one of those and say you are giving them scar tattoos.
Wonderful. That's like it's like the aftermath abilities.
Yes,
That's true.
Yeah, it's aftermath but for magical tattoos.
Yeah, well, I figure Bomba's got, he doesn't really have digits now. He's just got two little kind of sackcloth hands, so he hasn't got the dexterity he used to. And with Gog's advice, perhaps the stitches are a bit oversized.
God's critical advice, no less.
Oh,
Perfect.
fantastic.
All right. Tony or Helen?
How about Tony first? Because I'm
do you wanna go
muttering.
first? How much time do I have? Like,
They'll take all the help you can get. This is probably going to take a couple of days to fully, recoup from all these attacks. So.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, that's great. So every day that I can, I'm putting on my hat of disguise for an hour, and I'm going to make sure that Pain is in his elephant form, and I'm going to pretend to be a noble and go to the consortium to spy. I'm doing that.
Wow.
I'm doing that for the next 3 days. That is my happening every time. So hat of disguise every day I can.
I like
just
it.
to go in there.
I like it.
So
What skill are you thinking of?
So I am impersonating a noble, and because I have the let me double check what the name of the skill feat is called, but I get to use society for that role, which is very much better for me as a
And does
courtly graces. That's it. That's it.
And does your hat of disguise give any bonus to that?
It counts as a disguise for the purposes of doing the thing. So I might still need to do deception checks to lie and stuff like that, but
since you're spying, let's get a deception and a perception. Not deception, society. Oh yeah, let's just do one single society, and that'll represent how well you impersonate and what you're able to ferret out.
Yeah, I'll note that also impersonate also gives a +4 bonus to impersonate. The hat of disguise, yeah.
The hat of disguise, okay, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't add the +4 to that, so depending on how I do.
I can add 4 to 6, that's fine. Didn't say what the first digit was.
I
Oh,
really leaned into the spy background. Like
Yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
like full blown Cassian Andor,
Okay,
like going in
so-
there.
Very
Like
nice.
If we were to play the second arc, there is an infiltration activity there.
I
So you would
feel
fit
like.
very well there.
so we're playing the second arc eventually.
Yeah, that's what
It's gonna really
that's what I heard.
Yeah.
And Helen.
So, one thing I forgot to mention in my creation is I have the campaigner background, so that I am really hyped for at least one of these candidates. And I forgot if we talked amongst ourselves who the candidate we were going to support
We
was.
have not, because we haven't gotten to elections yet.
Oh,
Oh,
well, I'm
that's
gonna.
a glimpse of the future.
I just want to at least get more support from the town towards Axide. So I'm going around,
Sounds great.
and I'm probably not doing it well, but I'm going to be hyping up how there's some dread things happening, so the town needs to band together, and that includes the poor Axide who's been targeted. So we need to all work together, and whoever candidate is supporting that type of message, I'm trying to hype for that through the town.
So is this diplomacy, or if you're pulling out threats, is this intimidation?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think it's accidental threats, kind of like a, but it's a 10 either way. Let's be honest.
Okay, well, let's see.
Just because of the way
I
she's
ask
kind of
because-
weird and mutters,
Sure.
and she might have one of
It
the.
sounds like threats.
It's when
If
get to the
we
actual
found, oh sorry.
I was gonna say, when we get to the actual campaigning, there is a mechanic for substituting intimidation for any campaign skill.
Oh, there you go.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay, so let's say it's more diplomacy, but people still might be scared of her. Because I probably,
Okay.
if there were some carcasses of bunyips, I probably did something for them too. Come here, little
Do you
bunny.
want to
Beacon
roll that, or do you
absolutes.
want me to?
I can. I think, is my sheet working again? I might be able to roll that. It's going not quite as slow. Yeah, the bit rate is not as impressive on this, but I think it'll still be a fine video.
And that's okay. All right. Let's see. I need to start with 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So Bomba and Gog, you just completely win over Axide with your bedside manners, with your ability to treat the wounds and leave respectful, culturally appropriate scars. You even give a few scar tattoos out along your way, some really cool stuff. And so that it actually lifts morale while you're like helping these folks with like physical therapy. People are cheering in the streets for people to walk farther or get an extra few degrees on their shoulders there. Artemis, you are successfully able to get into the lobby of the Cortos Consortium headquarters. When you claim to have an appointment, the appointment's not on the books, but you manage to play it off like, oh, okay, I'll go back and circle back around with them. But you act enough like a hoity-toity Cortos Consortium person, they don't make you leave the lobby. And so from there, you're actually able to learn. Let's go give you a peek of second arc. You're actually able to hear that there's something going on between the Cortos Consortium and Churtle Lumber Concern, where most of these orcs were employed back in Otari. And you're thinking it might not be a bad idea to go investigate that at some point in the not too distant future. It doesn't sound urgent, like it's not your next encounter, but maybe in another level or two, it might be worth keeping an eye on that.
I relay this to the group.
Helen, after a couple of attempts at canvassing, Owaster the Jolly finds you, puts his hand on your shoulder, and says, "Don't worry, kid. It's rough for all of us. We're all going to get through this together."
I have made things worse.
No, you did not critically fail. So after a couple days, you all kind of gather back together. Reganis calls you over back at the end of it and says, "Oh, we really, truly appreciate all you've done for us. You've become quite the fixture around here in Axide, and morale has definitely improved. And I know Owaster the Jolly, he is very grateful. He's done a lot for Axide and is pushing on every front to get us fully integrated into the town. We don't pay taxes and we can't vote yet because we're not official residents. But he doesn't ask for anything in return from us. He's a true friend. He's also up for re-election to the town council soon, and we would like to show him our support. I know we've already asked a lot from you, but it would mean a lot to us if you would come to his debate tomorrow. Some of the folks here are hesitant, but if everyone knew that the four of you were going to be there, well, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire camp emptied itself and marched on down to the rally. Debate, excuse me, not a rally, it's a debate. I know these things.
No
course,
place I'd rather
Reganis.
be.
Owaster has helped us a lot, and I would be happy to show up and support them, and hopefully get some of the rest of the orcs to join us as well.
Yes, agreed. Seems a good lad.
Yes.
Mhm.
Brilliant policies.
All right. So the next day, you all put on your finest vines, your reddest threads, as they say, and you go into Maravon. We're actually going into the town now. You make your way down that main street from the exit across the Wood Giants Bridge there, number 15. And after arriving in the yard, you take a left turn to get to number 11 here, Garnock Oaks Park. And hundreds have gathered at Garnock Oaks Park to hear the candidates debate. As you approach the debate platform, Orc residents cheer your names, and Maravon residents seem to weigh and consider you as like the heroes of this community that's been forming outside their doors. Clearly, the orcs are not going anywhere anytime soon, is the message that seems to be sent, and you can see a few residents of Maravon begin to introduce themselves. You maybe overhear like some job interviews going on, or discussions of like business deals that might be struck with the orcs. So you get the sense that Axide can grow if it's nurtured appropriately. Finally, after you socialize for a few minutes, Owaster the Jolly takes his place on a platform across from his elven opponent.
Their claps.
Our claps, there is very much applaud. A halfling moderator takes up a position between them and calls the event to order. The moderator begins with a question about the candidate's plan to revitalize Duskside, which is kind of the rundown historical side of town that doesn't see a lot of business anymore. So Owaster begins his answer by praising the recent addition of the Arcanimirium Maravon Extension Campus in Duskside, but he is quickly cut off as a wave of creatures emerges from the river to the south. Beasts of various hues and shapes climb up onto the park's grounds, driven by a wiry human man dressed in rags. His arms are raised high, and his voice proclaims, "The doom of Yundaroon approaches!
Oh, no.
The sleeping beast has awoken, and Maravon sits in peril. Choose this day to bow down or flee." And the animals to his left and right all rush upon the crowd, and he charges the stage with another bunyip by his side.
This guy.
I see that hand.
Did I put up like a huge wildfire in the way?
Ooh.
We certainly can when we get to our initiative rolls. So when we get us to... Oops, that's the wrong place. I need election debate. Sorry. There's a river in both of them, so it's the one with the river. While everybody gets me initiatives, let me show you what this fellow looks like.
This is our foe.
There we go.
Yep, there he is.
Yes, there is your foe. Let me get him an initiative roll. Not hidden. And where is his bunyip?
So
Okay, they were hidden.
Did you say we were on the platform here or down
But
here?
you are in the audience listening to Owaster, who is on the platform. So he has bravely charged into the fray, being a veteran warrior. Basically, the sense you get is there's enough decent level creatures in the Maravon crowd that they can handle most of the animals, but these two are like gunning for you.
Yeah,
As is appropriate for, PCs.
got it.
I've been in the front row.
Yeah, I imagine you were all in the front row.
Okay, I'm saying can I move a little closer?
Oh, yeah. I just dropped you in there, so feel free to place yourselves where you think your
Okay,
would be.
thank you.
Nope, come back.
Everyone's lining up.
I'm going to
Funny.
note anyone who
Not
might
here.
cast a fire spell.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be as close as possible, right? So, Brian, where's the closest we could realistically have been?
I would say right where that row is right now.
Yeah,
that sort
yeah,
of-
that looks good.
Sort of 10-ish feet from the platform. Yeah, y'all would have had a spot on the front row.
Yeah, I would have had to have been in the front because otherwise I wouldn't see anything. So
You want to be on my
I-
shoulders or something?
yes, but again, no hugs.
Okay.
So this is what this fellow looks like, except imagine he's also got an amulet that has that symbol attached to it. That damper sand dragon symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll move him back out of the way. Excuse me. All right, I think we're just waiting for Jamie. What initiative did you
Oh,
roll?
sorry. Am I rolling it in the wrong place? I got 24.
24. No, I learned there is rolling perception, and then there's an initiative button next
Oh,
to
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I played like 2 sessions and kept having to add it manually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first and foremost is our new bunyip. I'll go ahead and tell you this is not one of the bunyips that you sent away. This is a third one. It's going to spend its first action to shift form, and I think it's going to choose its crocodile form because that is the one that actually grants it a decent land speed. So I think I can just quickly drag that over here.
Yeah.
That did change its speed. All right. And so it's this. I don't know if you've ever Googled the bunyip on Wikipedia, but like the urban legend cryptid art for bunyips is really creepy looking. So you imagine this creepy looking alligator that's maybe got too many legs or something. So spin action doing that. So it is going to stride toward you for 20 feet. So we will go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. He will end up over here.
Sorry, Brian. I'm going to change one thing because again, with the feet, 2 arms, I would have. I had a stride action.
Oh yeah.
Is
Go for that.
Is that as part of initiative? Just double check. Or is that my? Yeah. It is right.
First action on your turn, right?
First action on my
so,
turn.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I couldn't have done that. That's fine. But I get a free move on my action. Okay, thank you.
So it will end up there, and that is all 3 of its actions because it had to shift form and then stride twice. So that will bring us to Jamie.
Okay, yeah. So my first action, well, it'll be a free action because of the 2 arms feet, and he will move forward 25, which that's going to put me right there. I'm going to draw my greatsword to 1 action, and
So little fun fact:
cool things.
a bunyip does have attack of opportunity, but only in the water.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for something.
It's okay. While you're looking for
Okay, Sorry, I was going to say, so I'm going to use another one of the feats I took from the Plus material, which is Channel Smite Plus. This is a modified version of the Channel Smite feat. So as part of doing this, I'm going to make a melee strike and add the spell's damage to the strike's damage, and the spell I'm going to cast is 2nd level Harm. So yeah, not messing about with this guy.
Straight out of the gate.
You want a piece of this fluff? Well, bring it on, he says, and he attacks. But spectacularly misses. So I think I might use a hero point because that just feels
Got to.
so unheroic.
This is giving me boss fight vibes. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's try that again. Fantastic.
One better. All right.
The hero points never matter.
The hero points.
I can't get used to this. Can't get used to this delightful body.
That's rough.
0 points. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. All right. Let's see. That will bring us to our mysterious prophet ? Let's see. So one thing I forgot to mention, that platform, let's say, is about 5 feet tall. So I don't know that it requires an athletics check to climb up, but it will add, let's say it adds 5 feet to the distance to get up there.
Okay.
So he is going to be able to go 5, 10, 15, and then climb up for 20, 25. So he'll end up there with 1 stride action. Let's see. Actually, does he want to go there? What is the range for that spell? For that spell is. Oh no, the range for that spell is touch. Okay, so no, he will take a single stride instead up to his buddy, and he starts to chant in tone. You notice that all of his spell casting is, of course, in a mix of Draconic and Orcish for some reason. And he will cast Heroism on his Bunyip buddy. Drag that, I think. All right, that added the spell effect. That was 3 actions for our mystery guy. We come to Tony.
Blighter knows powerful magic. Let's see. I think I'm probably just going to move closer so that I can cast a spell here. So how do I do for this stride here? I want to move 15. And I think that's close enough for me. I don't want to go much closer than that. And then I will cast my first plus ability, which is Creeping Madness, which is a 1-action hex that the target must roll a saving throw, or it takes mental damage.
Okay.
And so my Creeping Madness, it would be cast. I cast so it's 2d4 basic, and then if they critically fail, some more stuff happens. And I choose the Bunyip are friends, so I don't like the big guy. I don't like the Blighter. It goes straight for him. So
Okay.
my
So
save
he
DC
will-
is 20.
All right. Let's see how he does. 28, so regular success.
It's rough.
That
He
is
still
half
takes half damage of 2d4. So
Would you like to roll the damage, or shall I?
I did.
Let me go
2.
ahead and apply half. 2, that's mental damage.
It is mental damage.
All right, and you hear
then-
him say, "Oh, stay out of my mind. Only Yundarun belongs in my mind."
And then I spend my last action to command Pain to move as close as he can get, which I think is just going to be right next to the Bunyip.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
We have a gorilla and a puppet forming a wall against the creepy crocodile.
Classic.
All right. We come to Dem.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, Taylor's all the time.
Does anyone terribly mind if I set a wildfire on top of them?
Actually, I would object because I actually have a weakness to fire.
Because I'm not sure if I can do anything else.
Go for it.
Okay, great. I thought it would be funny as well.
Yeah.
So this will just leave you on the edge, so it shouldn't be a lot of damage from you. But I will first do my first action to gather elemental energies in a large area by doing a widen spell, and then I'm going to cast wildfire. Make it I think it's a 10-foot burst, so it's slightly smaller actually. So it'd be 15 then. So it'd be like that. And they don't need to do anything now, but moving through it will make it so they take 1 fire damage. So that should be something that you two can move out of without taking any fire damage.
Yeah, because they can each take. They're not moving through the ground.
Yeah, they're moving
on
on.
there. Yeah, so if they step out, or stride out, they'll be fine.
Okay, and that's my whole turn. As suddenly the set ablaze, or whatever.
Very good use of the geometry.
Thank you.
All right. That was, how many actions was that? 3?
3. Yeah.
All right.
My turn. Oh, I accidentally. We did the thing.
I clicked twice. I'm sorry. Helen.
Yep. Let's see. I mean, I think I'm gonna at least go into my First phase to trigger my oracle curse. I'm so sorry. I was trying to work on the make the refresh rate look a little bit better on this. So, I was not looking at my character, but I know what spell I want to cast. I just need to pull it up and remember the name of it. I want a glimpse of the future. Granted, maybe we figured out everything we need to know, but it is still fun to tell me more about yonder this person who has come to it. No, don't change my spellcasting settings. I just want to cast a spell. There we go. Tell me more about this prophet who shared up and crashed our wonderful, wonderful debate.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and make your prophecy lore roll then?
Yep. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add 10 to it. That'll be it. If I can at least get that going. And I'll just add the circumstance modifier myself because I can do that. It came off as a penalty. Even better. It really is that day.
Oh no. Let's see.
I know nothing.
I mean, you have a hero point. You have 2, I think.
Sure. Let me try that again.
Okay, a lot better on that one.
It from you. That's insane. Okay.
So you have actually been kind of trying to divine the identity of this prophet who has not come back by in the days since y'all have been helping out in Axide. And it finally pays off. You have identified this man as Ikrinar Tagrin. He was never, terribly well adjusted or well integrated into Marathon, and he was kind of starting to display some magical powers. But then finally he just after he was gone for a while, he came back and that was when he started preaching the doom and gloom, and that was when he had the mark on his pendant. What you identify about him is that he is a sorcerer with the Orc bloodline. Which you find very interesting because you don't see any evidence of any Orc DNA in him. He is a full-blooded human, but we have a new sorcerer bloodline in this Orcs Together Strong book. I believe Parlor Poet wrote this one. This is the Orc Sorcerer bloodline, which includes some wonderful new focus spells that I'd love to tell you more about if you would like. But you recognize that when he cast Heroism, that was one of his granted spells, because of course an Orc bloodline would grant you Heroism. What can I tell you about Orc-blooded sorcerers?
What could you tell me? You could tell me as much as you want.
Okay. Let me tell you about the focus spells.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like in-game. I don't know how much people want to go over it right now. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, you did very well on that recall knowledge, so I think it's worthwhile getting in a little bit of an advertisement.
Okay.
He's got one focus spell called Bloody But Unbowed. Bloody But Unbowed, which is where if an ally is going to be knocked unconscious, he can just reaction grant them temporary hit points, basically loaning them Orc ferocity. And you also know he's got something of an orcish roar he can use to make you frightened and possibly worse.
Ooh.
Wow. So this guy's got some this guy has some interesting abilities you would not expect from him. Watch out, my friends. I think I'm going to do some more traditional. No, I'm not going to do some more traditional melee. I did that. I am afraid to draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I should do that. I'm thinking about the washing my luck away because of stuff, but you know what? It's taking so long to do anything. I think I'm going to move up and hope I have a better refresh rate for next turn. Get a little closer for my 30 and sling some of my 30 range spells.
Watch out for that wildfire.
Yeah, the wildfire is spreading.
The fire is here, right? I'm not on the fire. I thought I'm outside. Am I too close to be in the fire?
You're outside.
No, you're outside.
Okay.
I'm also warning you that it is going to be spreading.
Oh. I'm only a plant. I'll be fine with that. No, I'll go this way instead. How would I go that way? I'll just go hop behind this nice platform, and I'm sure it'll catch up at some time. And let's just say that's my turn right now.
Yeah, that's
And I'll
fine.
go back to playing with refresh rate.
All right, let me move ahead. I'm trying to move ahead. Oh, now my turn's not moving. Oh, there we go. All right, so we are back to the top of the round with the bunyip, who does not like being on this wildfire. I'm going to assume that an animal is going to instinctively move away from the fire.
That makes
So it
sense.
will spend an action to stride. 5, 10, 15, 20 is his only speed. So he went around there. So that
So-
did take him through one of the squares.
So they take 1 fire at the very least.
Okay. So I take a reflex save on that?
That's for the persistent fire. So they
that's
just
for the
take the
persistent.
fire.
Okay. And the area takes 1 fire damage for each square. Creature ends its turn. Okay, it ends its turn. Okay, so yeah. So he will take 1 point of fire damage. There's 1 off of it. Let's see. And that leaves 2 actions. Yeah, not very happy. I think he's going to melee attack with Jaws against. Let's target the animal companion here, since that's the one closest.
Pain is ready.
Pain is ready. I am readying the pain.
Taste the pain.
That is a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunate.
Privately.
What kind of damage is it? If it's slashing,
It is Jaws, and it is piercing damage.
okay. My
Oh.
animal companion has weakness to slashing, so that's why I have to
Okay.
ask.
Okay. How is that 20? Oh, it's a D10. Wow. So that is 24 points of piercing damage to the animal companion. Oof.
So pain is taken. He's bloodied would be the old term.
It would be the technical term. Okay.
Yeah, he's sub half HP, right?
Okay. 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 Yeah. It looks like we don't have the right HP in there, so I'll let you track that manually then.
Yeah,
okay.
the one that's on the board is the level 1/1, but I'll put in. It was 24 damage.
It's 24. Yes.
Yes, so pain has 20 HP now.
And then I think it's going to roar. The bunny lets out a loud and horrifying roar. Other creatures within 100 feet, I reckon that's everybody, must succeed at a DC 21 will save or become frightened 2, frightened 3 on a crit failure, frightened 1 on a success. So I need a will save from everyone, please. I think you can just click the button there.
Was the roar one action?
The roar is 1 action, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Thank you for repeating me.
Also, we don't see the thing you clicked because you're still on private or blind.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It puts everything there. My bad. Here we go. Let's try that again. There we go. That would explain why it was purple.
All right.
All right. Bamba has a regular
that's a fail for
failure.
me.
We'll put Frightened 2 over on Bamba.
I realized it should be right here probably instead, but still, it's all right.
Okay. Let's see. Gog. There's my druid. There's my druid. Frightened 1.
Got that on.
And Danya has a regular failure. Frightened 2.
Oh, I already had that on. Okay.
Artemis has a regular success of Frightened 1.
So it's actually supposed to be right.
Oops, I think I put something wrong on somebody. Hang on.
I forgot. Pain also has to roll. Pain. You said will?
Yes, will save, please. Bloodied and frightened. Bloodied and frightened 2. That is that one there. Cool.
Pain is in pain.
Yeah.
Not having a good time.
Yes, it's not a great start.
All right, Jamie.
Okay, right. So that frightened 2, that's that's painful. So I'm gonna move out to the wildfire with a stride action, and I'm gonna offset the frightened 2 with by making this thing flat-footed. So do I take damage for moving out to that?
No. since you moved off of it, not through any squares into it.
Okay. Cool. So 1 action to move there. I'm gonna try the channel smite plus again, just because I really want it to come off. And let's see how that works. Actually, that's 1 action, isn't it? I think.
The channel smite. What?
Yeah. Let me sorry, I'm just bringing that up.
Channel smite is variable action,
yeah.
so it can be 1, 2, or 3 in the.
Yeah, I was wondering whether it was worth moving and then casting True Strike and then doing it as a 1 action, but I think I'm just going to use 2 and just hope for the best and see what happens. Okay. Here we go. Fantastic. 16 versus flat-footed.
Versus the bunyips flat-footed. Let's get you up. A 16 will miss the bunyips flat-footed.
Oh, so frustrating. I'm going to use it. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Come on, Bomber. Okay, that looks better.
A 20 will hit.
Okay, all right. So this is going to be some nice damage then. So this is, so he has, even though his sword is very small, it is a +1 striking greatsword. So this is going to deal some nice damage.
Ooh, ouch.
And a second level rather harm is what he was going for in there. Okay. So is that the 1 action or the 2 action version? I guess it doesn't matter, right?
I mean, I could pull it up. I think it should be if it's a second level spell, I think it's the 2D.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. It's taking so long. Okay, so that's...
Yep. So
13, 2D. Yeah, so 13 damage from the harm, but there is a save on that.
All right, let's get you a fortitude save. It is a failure. So,
so that's a fail.
We'll take that full 13.
So that's plus 18 damage from the strike, so that's 31 points of damage.
This
from
is
Bomber.
the worst looking bunyip you have seen this week.
Excellent. Okay, that's me. You messed with the wrong toy. I have stuffing and fury to spare.
All right. Ikrinar's turn. Am I correct? If he stays right there, he does not take the damage from the wildfire? He just has to move?
He'll have to make a reflex save, but yeah.
He'll have to make a reflex save for the persistent. Okay, well. Only Yundarun commands the fire, and he begins casting again in a mix of Orcish and Draconic, and he actually gathers together some of these wildfire flames into his own flaming sphere.
Oh.
I reckon the best way for me to represent the sphere is just to draw a rectangle. Let's see. So
you could just put out a token or something and then move it around.
Yeah, that's true. Let me just grab a. Let's grab an extra. No, I don't want to grab a bunyip. That'll be confusing. Okay, I'm gonna grab the hooded one. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
whoops, that was large size. They are not large sized. Oh, goodness. All right, let's change you. All right, this one's medium. Companion one is medium. All right, so what is the range on this thing? It
30 feet.
is 30 feet? Okay, so it's going to... He's going to drop this flaming sphere. Let's say 5, 10, 15, 20. The one who I...
did call him a blighter, so it's fine.
Who called him a blighter?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. The one who called him a blighter. So right on top of Artemis, we're going to have a flaming sphere.
Does it target every creature in the square? My fairy dragon's next to me, so probably. I'm just wondering.
Yes. My assumption is if you're not actually using the familiar to deliver anything combat relevant, I don't feel the need to threaten your familiar. So you can make the save for her if you want. But the sphere deals 3d6 fire damage to each creature in the square where it first appears. Each creature must attempt a basic reflex save.
Oof. Not as good as I could have hoped.
Yeah, that is a failure against his spell DC of... Oh no, that is a critical failure against his spell DC of 26.
Oh no, that's not
Yeesh.
good.
How did he get a 26?
Yeah, that's
really
tough. Yeah, that guy's tough.
Oh,
Must
please. I
be
might have put
nice,
the
like-
wrong thing in. Building creatures? That doesn't seem right for a 5th level creature.
5. They don't get. Well, NPCs sometimes get the expert.
NPCs get a
dinner.
little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think
Let me
A
for
just-
5th level
tackle-
NPC does get the buff
for-
usually.
Yeah,
So
since we are showing off third-party content, let me make sure my third-party content is appropriate.
yeah, so
Uh,
4, 5, and then let's say 4
Yep.
for the
Oh,
ability
yeah.
score.
He because he's on it's the extreme DC. That's
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
So that is a critical failure. So we will roll that damage. So 15. So that'll be 30 points of fire damage from this flaming sphere.
That's
Right. So I take.
damage.
Did you? Okay. So you rolled 246 twice, and so I just take this damage, right? Or do I take double this damage?
You take double that. Yeah, it is heightened to.
Oh,
4th
it's
level.
heightened.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Sorry,
So-
3d6 is in the text, but it doesn't update the text. So.
Oh wait, no, the companion doesn't need to take that. Unfortunately, it needs to be me. Sorry, I thought it was. I apparently had the wrong actor selected.
Oops.
So I am hurting. I'm at
Yeah,
6
that's-
HP,
Oh,
Ooh.
and my companion is at 20 still. That's why it's at
And-
20 damage.
This prophet Ikranar, he is brazen enough to walk across the wildfire 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to a prominent spot on the stage.
Oh, no.
So he actually walked across 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say 5
Okay.
of those squares. So he's going to take 5 fire damage.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Just because he is that full of himself. Tony.
Let's see. I'm very hurt, so I think probably I'm gonna cast Life Boost on myself so that I don't die. And that will give me fast healing equal to double the spell's level. The spell level is heightened to 2, so 4. So I'll heal 4. Does fast healing happen at the end of your turn or beginning of your turn?
Ooh,
Fast
good question.
Never
healing.
remember.
good question. Yeah, I don't
thought
know
it
off the top
was,
of my head.
but
Regains the given number of hit points each round at the beginning of its turn.
Nice.
The beginning of its turn.
Correct.
That doesn't really help
Yeah.
me right now.
Doesn't help you
I'll-
now.
I shall assist. I shall assist.
Investing in your future.
I'm gonna try to
You
get
have
rid
a-
of the. I'm going to try to get rid of the flaming sphere, but it's probably unlikely with a DC that high.
Sorry. Do you have another action?
Oh,
Well, they paused.
Nope.
Yeah, I saw that they froze.
The flaming sphere burned through
Yeah.
the internet
That's it,
connection.
yeah. So this guy's tougher than I expected. Like I wasn't taking this fight lightly, but DC 26, that's no joke. So yeah.
Mm,
I also may need to tune him down a level. I just wanted to get him that second focus spell.
Yeah, let's see what that encounter.
ugh.
Let's see the.
Make level 4,
enemy.
he said. Should have been suspicious.
Vader.
What is he? He's probably
I said I was
7, is he? Yeah.
prepared. I said I was prepared for a party of spellcasters. I am also prepared for a bad guy that's a spellcaster.
It's probably
Tony,
not
are you
quite a severe
voicing here?
encounter, right?
Yeah, I think it's just. I think I made it severe, but I don't know.
It feels.
I thought it usually was extreme for. Wait for the DCs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think
What
it
is
should
your
be around extreme for. I mean, yeah.
what is
I
your
can-
reflex?
I-
Um,
Back on, Tony?
I don't see
s-
them still.
oh, am I not in? Oh, my
Yeah,
camera shut
yeah,
down.
your
Sorry.
camera's off. Yeah.
You cut
there you
out
go.
right
Oh.
after you lost your HP.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we haven't heard your. Oh no, sorry, you cut out right after you got your fast healing, and then I don't think we've heard your third action.
Oh, so you mean, did I mention that I was going to cast Soothe instead of the life boost since the healing
No.
doesn't come till
No.
the
That's
beginning
a
of
good
the
idea,
turn?
though.
No.
I would like to cast Soothe instead on myself. I
soothe
rolled a
yourself.
1, so I got
Aw.
5 HP back for
Okay.
that, but I do get the mental bonuses for 1 minute. So I have a +2 to saves against mental effects for 1 minute. And then I cast Creeping Madness on the bunyip this time instead,
Oh.
since my since the other one, since the guy's immune for 1 minute as per normal
Okay.
for
Mhm.
the
So what
hex.
does he need? Does he need a will save
Yeah,
for you?
he needs
Okay.
to DC 19
There
basic
it is.
reflex.
Okay. I
And
see
then I
your
rolled
spell
my
now.
I rolled my companion's reflex save against Dem's wildfire, of course. Saves again, but they will still
Yay.
take half damage,
For 0.
which
It's just 0.
it's
Thankfully.
no, I don't think the companion saved. The companion rolled a 17, sadly.
Well, that means they have persistent fire. Sorry, 1 persistent fire.
That's okay. I knew it was gonna
Bad news.
happen. I didn't have the actions to get pain out and also properly heal things. So
Go to roll the damage for the creeping madness.
yes.
It's
So
okay. That's
take
respectable.
three because yeah.
All right, is that all 3 actions?
That is my turn. 2
All
for
right.
Soothe, 1 for the trip.
We come to Dem. I have not been checking whether frightened automatically goes down. So if you're frightened,
Yeah, it hasn't ticked down yet, but no, I'm still frightened 2 at the moment. Sorry.
okay.
Okay. This is probably a fool's errand, but I'm going to try to cast Quench on the flaming
Ooh.
sphere.
Okay.
Smart.
Nice.
Love that.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I mean, everything else gets wet, but that doesn't really matter. So I need to make a counteract check against their
Okay.
spell DC, which I'm going to use a hero point on probably. So because otherwise it's not going to work. Actually, wait,
Ooh,
nice.
And
Yes.
that flaming sphere
look at that.
is counteracted.
You
Great job.
to think that
Nice.
only
You
fire.
know what? Take another hero point.
Whoa.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was clutch.
Honestly, I should have maybe tried to make it so your animal companion wasn't on fire too.
Oh.
But
That's okay.
Anyway, I do a big thing of that using my. So that spell has been cast. Sorry, just clicking it to get rid of it. And then I will sustain the wildfire and make it bigger by 5 feet.
More fire. More fire.
More fire. Yes. I may cleanse the flames and others to expand or something. So this thing is, this thing is still here, I guess, but it's not like actually relevant, I think.
Yeah. It is. It gets boiled away by the wildfire.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I can like sustain it, but it's still
Okay.
like here for now.
Got it.
Yeah. Anyway, end of my turn.
Okay. I think that Artemis could use a little bit more hit points, so I'm going to cast a 2-action heal. And
Thank you.
yeah, I've got healing staff, so I should get a bonus on that. But let's go. Don't have enough. Oh gosh, I haven't cast any spells yet, have I? Set up my foundry wrong. Come on. We know what that is, though. Be nice. And then I hit another button. Versus living, yes. Versus living. And you're gonna get +1 to that. That was a great roll. Still, that's actually 10. So that should help a little.
Yay!
Gosh, I should have moved
Yay.
next to you and see if I could just tap you with a one action. Oh well. So I'm right next to this guy right now.
Yep.
Yes.
And in fire, so you might want to move away.
Oh, yo, you moved the fire out. Yeah, I should
You're
probably
both
move
in
away
fire
from
at
the
this
fire.
point.
Yeah. Do I need to do anything for being in the fire? Just if I end
You just
in
need
there.
to move down like some amount.
Okay, just making sure it's only if I end in there.
Oh, no, you actually get one more. So you get a bonus on that.
Yeah, it's one more time.
Gotcha.
I didn't have the
No,
+1
it's all good.
added in.
I just add
Yeah,
it in.
so-
I'll go step back into this nice damp area.
Yeah,
Feet.
the damp area seems nice, but yeah, just if you move into a space that's the fire, or if you move
Yeah.
into, or if you stay in that space. Here, let me actually color code these.
That's okay. Hey, Artemis, are you still not looking great, or did that get you most of the way?
I am above half.
Okay. Well, I will.
If
I
I
will
get
walk
hit with
towards
another
you.
46 crit fail, it won't be a good line. Like, I'm still going down, but I think I'm fine. You
Okay.
don't need to come at me.
I'm going to swing behind you, so I'm ready if you need more healing next turn, and those are all my actions.
So,
Okay. We come to our new favorite bunyip, who is not looking great. Am I correct? It is not in the fire yet.
It is not currently in the fire, but it is
Okay.
right behind it, so in case its
Right.
animal instincts want it to move again.
Right. Well, I don't know. Animals, I don't feel like are intelligent enough to move out of flanking, so I'm going to leave him where he is. And he is going to... I don't think we've made any attack rolls against Jamie yet, so let's target you.
Okay.
Target the puppet. Let's sink those teeth into those seams. So this is going to be a jaws attack. That will be a hit. That is one away from a crit. So let's get the damage.
Well,
there.
I think my AC should be 20 now, right? Like it should be frightened 1 now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, obviously still ahead.
So let's go with a damage roll there. It's 6 points of damage,
And that's piercing damage, right?
It's piercing. Yes, I don't believe
Okay.
that's anything you are afeared of.
That's right, but I'd like to use a reaction if I may.
Yeah, please.
So, as a reaction to taking piercing damage, Bomber is going to curse the bunyip with a second level spell, Blood Vendetta. So the bunyip takes 2d6 bleed damage for having the audacity to spill my stuff in.
But what does bleed damage? Oh, he takes bleed damage, right?
He does, yes, yeah. So, so he dealt piercing damage to me, which is the trigger for the spell. So he takes 2d6 bleed, and there is a what type of save is that? There is a save against that. Will save. Will save.
All right. Do you want to put the spell in the chat, or do you want me to just roll a will save?
How do I do that?
So
just click cast, right?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you click
there you
cast,
go.
it goes there, and then
Save
when
it.
I have bunyip selected, I just click on the save DC 18 will.
Nice.
All right, roll that damage.
Okay.
I've got 2d6.
Yeah, what's that?
So-
Roll? That's strange.
Oh, I think I
Nice.
clicked the wrong thing for that. Yeah, I did. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh.
Sorry. There you go. Nope.
Oh, that did the
Jamie,
same
you're
thing. I
doing
can
Blood
just click on take the
Vendetta?
damage to see what it does.
Hmm.
I click apply the damage and just see what it does. Yeah. Oh, it's persistent. Okay. Because it doesn't take it yet. So it's going to take the 2d6
turn.
persistent at
Yeah.
the end of its turn. Okay. That's
Oh, I see. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. I had never rolled persistent damage before, so that's cool to see. Okay, well, it's not happy with that, so I think it's going to then strike at you with its agile tail. I still have you targeted. That's a miss. And Yeah, if it feels that something is wrong, that it's about to bleed, I think it is going to try to hide. You know what? It's going to try to dive into this water. 25. It's going to move 25 feet only 20. It's going to move 20 feet this way and try to roll around in the water.
Oh,
Okay, now, do we
It's
have
ice.
auto persistent damage? Let me click next and see if it takes it.
it should be automatic, I think. I think you still have to click
Okay,
it.
yeah. I still have to click to take it, but that's cool. Yeah, they put that in the default now. All right, I don't mind telling you this bunyip doesn't look good. This might be its last swim. Jamie.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and make sure that that's the case. I'm going to move into flanking again.
Oh, it's a flanking party.
Always be flanking. I'm going to use. So I just want to do a little bit of bookkeeping. So obviously this stream is about celebrating third-party content. So we mentioned that our enemy here has the Orc bloodline written by Parlour Poet. I just want to give Parlour Poet a shout out. The stuff that he writes is awesome. There's a lot of content for sorcerers and bloodlines, and it's really good stuff. I'm going to use another ability, which is from Team Plus, and that's Fervor. So this is obviously something that we saw with the War Priest in first edition, and this is Team Plus's kind of iteration of that. So what this allows me to do is one action to enact Fervor, and it will give me my choice of a few different abilities, either a bonus to my AC or a bonus to damage, and I'm going to take damage, and I'm going to swing with my greatsword with that additional damage. Okay. Nice.
That is definitely a hit.
Ooh. Okay, so that's 15 points of regular slashing damage.
And you may describe your kill.
All right. So this little poppet he's very loath to run into this water. He really does hate being wet, but that's preferable to being on fire. So he moves away from the fire into flanking, and as the bunyip is distracted, he just slides his sword into its flank. And puts it out of its misery.
And do you have a third action?
No, so it was one action to move, one action to enact Fervor,
that's right.
and then the strike.
All right, we come to our new favorite orc-blooded sorcerer, who is not happy with this, and so he will. Oh, did your frighten go down? I want to make sure that goes down.
Yeah. So.
Let's get rid of that. Because our buddy Ikrinar also does a roar.
Oh, no.
His is a 30-foot emanation. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess I could just put the emanation on him. Where can he move? We get that. Here is... I guess that's a circle just centered on him. Let's get 30 feet. 30. Yeah, okay, so he will probably move down to there. Okay, so yep, that's what he will do. We've got a Venn diagram up here. He will move down to the center there.
So that's 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage, thank you.
Thank you for stepping in the fire.
And then he will cast Orcish Roar. You let out a tremendous roar that demoralizes or even stuns your foes. All enemies in a 30-foot emanation must make a will save.
Okay, come on, Bomber. Not quite.
Oh, I'm re-rolling that for sure. Let's try again.
Nice.
Much better.
All right, nice. All right, so we have a regular success, regular failure, and a regular failure. All right. So for Bomba, we're going to get, looks like Frightened 1. Back to Frightened 1.
Oh, gosh.
For Artemis, we get a Frightened 1. There's Artemis there.
But I'm
Artemis succeeded, didn't
There
he?
you are. Yes, success is Frightened 1.
Yeah, it's the sad part.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Let's see. Danya is is a regular failure, so that's frightened 2. No one critically failed,
I'm
so
already
no
frightened.
one.
Oh no.
How frightened are you right now?
I'm a faded oracle. I'm always frightened.
Rebecca, what is your frightened value?
I was 1, so I guess I'm frightened 3 now. Okay.
Well, I think just 2.
No. It doesn't increase your frightened value, so it's so if you were to.
Oh, it doesn't
change
increase it.
anything.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm only 2. Okay.
And no one crit failed, so no one is stunned.
Awesome.
And
Payne
that
also
is-
failed. I rolled him last. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Let's get your frightened up here. Oh no, wait, that brought you to frightened 3. I don't want that. No.
That's me.
That's that. Sorry. Oh, Payne failed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where is Payne? There we go. Frightened and on fire.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, they were already frightened. Never mind. Let's just get rid of that there. All right, that concludes Ikranar's turn.
Can I have it make a reflex save versus my slightly lower DC now?
Absolutely. Let's get his reflex up here. Reflex roll.
All right, so that's
26.
6 stats. So nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay.
Is it me?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Artemis.
All right, I gotta try something here. Let's see. It would be really baller if he actually got fleeing. So I am gonna try fear. I could try hitty slap. Because if he ran away through the whole fire, that would be like the best.
Yeah.
Very unlikely. Come on, nat 1. Let's go.
Yes, so let me get this will save. Do I have him selected? I do have him selected. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Not ideal at all.
I just want to say this is the best I've rolled in like months.
All right. Let's see here. Last action. What am I? All right. I guess I'm commanding Payne to move. Let's see. Payne is in some trouble, isn't he?
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
can put them out with Quench next turn. But
That's okay. You know what? Payne he's gonna stick to his namesake and he's gonna move into flanking.
Army crawling across the fire.
And then he's gonna try to combat state.
how many squares was that it moved through?
3.
Or did it-
So
Oh no. 3 fire,
So-
yeah.
3 fire damage. Payne is sticking to it. 16 HP. And then he's gonna try to.
I think you'd yeah.
I can't tell if I'm actually targeting him or not. I think I zoomed in and changed the combat state, but maybe not. Target. Okay.
I just saw a 15 taken off of our friend Caster here, but I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I might have hit the wrong button or something.
Please don't hurt me. And this is a flank strike. While with Artemis, Payne moves in to try to punch him from behind.
Yeah, even with flanking, that is just ever so slightly off.
Yeah, no, that's pretty low. Can I hero point for my dude? Can I have him try again?
I believe hero points are for the player, not for the character. Because it's a meta.
Let's
thing.
go. I'm gonna try again. Come on. Yes!
With
That's what I'm looking for.
Flanking, that is a critical success.
Yes,
Woo!
nice.
Way to go, Payne! Let's go.
This is what we need.
This is what we did need this. Something. We needed something.
All right, would you
Sorry,
like to roll the damage?
Yeah, I'm trying to put my hero points down. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Let's see. Damage. So I push critical here, right?
You push critical there, yes.
Woo! Get him.
That's got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ikradar is suddenly not looking very good. Like, he had some fight in him. He might... I don't think that Bloody but Unbowed, that is specifically an ally. He ain't going to get to use that for himself. So, he's not looking good.
So, curious question. Do we know if I roll the save at the end of my turn after I attempt to remove the persistent fire damage or before? So that I would have it anyway. That's what I'm getting at.
How about you just make a reflex save and then we can decide that later?
Yeah.
That's a
'Cause if
great
you
idea. Let's
succeed,
just.
then we wouldn't even have to care. Oh, you're good. We don't even
you're
have
good.
to think about it. But yeah, then you might take one fire. They might take one fire damage, and then it might go away. But then yeah.
Speaking of wildfire,
Oh.
Tim.
All right.
Oh.
So if your companion's fine, if your companion's okay with being on fire, I will. My character.
Fine is relative, but he'll be okay, I think.
Okay. So I'm going to then just stride up here to him and be like, "You will know the truth. You will pay for your perversion of the elements." And I will cast second level burning hands
Oh.
at them. So 15-foot cone.
All right, here's my reflex save.
Ooh.
Damn. And that's the end of my turn.
You'll say,
And you hero point his save.
Yeah.
I feel like in a party full of casters, you should be able to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to re-roll if someone's willing to spend it.
It's still Dem's choice.
I mean, yeah, I would like to.
Okay. Somebody volunteer to deduct a hero point from yourselves. And...
Yes. All right, that's
Okay,
still
regular success. That's still half.
Yeah, so I will roll for damage.
Oh.
That's 16
So half of that,
is 8.
he is barely standing.
Barely standing.
And then my fire and water will sort of like float together and go into the sky or something. I don't know. It's gone
Well,
now.
I don't know how, but Tony's animal companion ended up on the initiative tracker, so let me just get past that.
Maybe because I added the fire persistent fire.
Oh, yeah, because it just rolled.
Oh, that
back,
makes sense.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, there it is. We come to Jamie.
Okay, let me
You
see.
can end this little puppet.
I'm gonna try.
Wait, what?
Okay, am I able to stand in this
Do I get a turn?
space? Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, especially as a
I
puppet,
think-
you can just fluff yourself up there.
Okay, I think we might have missed Helen.
Yeah.
Did we?
I
Actually?
Oh, no, yeah, it got hit twice. I'm so sorry. There we go.
If he's really looking that bad, I'll just step over and cast Chill Touch and see if that does anything.
Okay, let's chill him.
With all this
It's a save,
fire
right?
and air and stuff,
Basic fortitude save.
Yeah, it's Fortitude save.
He's a sorcerer. He ain't got great fortitude. It's
Yay.
a regular success.
Only a regular
That-
success, though.
Is that half damage?
Half
Yep,
damage.
basic save. All right, let's roll the damage. Please describe your kill.
What?
Three
Got
hit
him.
points
So
left.
Danya's been just muttering this whole time, doing nothing, and then suddenly slaps him in the water and fire, and he just goes down.
Very
I-
nice. Very nice.
That was
I could
everyone
then-
else's effort.
Yeah, that's okay. I can then use dowsing spell combined with message to try to help the companion not be on water.
No.
As
Oh,
I
yeah.
whisper-
You put out all the fires. Clearly, everybody else has handled all the animals. But then you have clearly dealt the felling blow to the final threat. How, in terms of recording, Helen, how are we on time?
We are at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Considering
Okay.
we probably are, we can trim a little bit here or there. You could do a summary, I think, still.
Okay, summary, but probably not a full election cycle playthrough.
Yeah, I don't think we got time for that. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. So, it's at this point that Owaster the Jolly comes up and says, I really appreciate all that you've done to help Axide and Maravon at large. I understand if you have other pressing matters to get to, but I wanted to make one more request. There are other candidates running for town council seats who equally support Axide, but who don't yet have established political clout. I wonder if you could help me set up their campaigns in the coming weeks, so that as these election cycles roll through, we could try to stack the board with folks who favor Axide and get it officially in officially as a town district.
Yes, I
course.
very much agree.
So,
Like,
if we were
let's
playing
go
through,
forth.
it would be at this point we would play through an election cycle, which is a downtime activity. You actually roll initiative during it, and you can grant bonuses to each other because you have 5 activities you can choose, and they all cycle around with bonuses. So I'll leave that as a little preview for the folks watching in case they want to pick up the new adventure, New Orcs on the Block, as part of Orcs Together Strong. Thank you so much to Team Plus for hosting us for this little playthrough. I'm going to go and maybe lower that spell DC for that guy, because that was supposed to be for a 3rd level party, so I might have missed something there. Tony, I think you wanted to wrap us up.
Yeah, no, and I really appreciate being able to play this adventure. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm actually very intrigued. I hope we do get to continue as a group to potentially play it. And it was really great to see the Faded Oracle and even how it played in a party with the Druid. And Jamie, you definitely came at the War Priest with a lot of flair. I liked that a lot. So I think it was great. We got to see a lot of great stuff happen, and it was just I think a real celebration of third party. So thanks everybody for coming to Team Plus Plays Pathfinder, and who knows, maybe we'll do another recording someday. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.